I think it's fair to say that most people look forward to their day off of work, even if they love their job. I love my job, but I still look forward to those rare days where there's nothing on the schedule. So today was that kind of day where it's fall break for the schools. The kids are with their grandparents, which I'm very grateful for. So yesterday I was really excited, thinking like, I don't have to set my alarm. I have nowhere to be. So there's no like, as soon as I get up thinking I've got X amount of hours and minutes until I need to make it to the next thing. So that didn't happen today. So I was really looking forward to that. And then this morning I woke up significantly later than normal, which was nice. But then I just had this unsettled feeling, like I didn't really want to go do anything, but I really didn't want to do nothing. So I don't know how else to describe it except unsettled. And I just kind of waited and waited and waited. And, you know, game day was on. A couple of football games were on. None that I really cared about. But I like football. I like competition. I like college sports. So I kind of watched that, and then just continued to kind of feel unsettled and thought through like a couple trails around and a couple of things I could go see, and just kind of wasn't really into it. But the noise of the day just kind of kept happening, you know, like when you don't really want to read anything, you don't want to take anything in. That's just kind of how I felt. Like I didn't pull my phone up. I didn't try to initiate any conversations. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to listen to a podcast or music. And I love music and I love podcasts and videos. And I don't know, I just felt unsettled, but also that I needed a break. So I just kind of leaned into that for a little bit. And then when the noise of the day just kind of got a little bit more than I wanted it to be, I was like, well, I'll just go to one of the closer trails. Not the one that's better, but the closer one. And it took a while. It took probably 30, 40 minutes for the pace to feel good and the unsettledness to go away and to kind of settle in. And it hit me that I just live starved for silence. Really, just normally when I'm on a trail walking or running, I listen to music or I listen to like a podcast or a video podcast, and it's awesome. And God really does speak to me during those times. But I realized that it's always that. Like my ears are always on. Even in sleep, there are sounds of sleep in my house, from the dogs or the kids or my husband or the TV or name it. There's always sound, and there's rarely ever a time where it's just silent. So I don't know why, but I'm glad that somehow I didn't put in my AirPods. I didn't listen to music and just started walking. And there were songs in my head, you know, maybe a Zephaniah 3:17 moment, like songs sung over me to just settle me in. And after a while, I just really settled into the pace and settled into the silence. And it just made me realize that every day, all day, I'm pretty much starved for silence. And so I think Saturdays and Sundays are the days where I really need to pursue silence. If it means I have to get out of the house, if it means I've got to drive a mile away to a trail to get far enough away from the road and the sounds of cars and traffic and just hear the sound of the wind and the birds and the little critters, that's what I need to do. And He really does speak all the time, but the sound of His voice is often mixed in with a million other sounds vying for my attention and for my ear, and pursuing silence will temper that starvation for silence. And I really think that's why I felt so unsettled this morning, just so starved for nothing, for silence, to not be taking in a word or a thought or anything, and just to sit in the silence. And that's really what settled me. So if it's your day off work, or you have a day off work coming soon and you can't remember the last time you just sat in silence, maybe you will. And as always, as I'm settling into the silence, I'm asking, what do you want me to know? And today, he helped me know that I'm starved for silence. And every day, there are moments of silence that are a gift, and I really can receive them if I just know to look out for them. So I'll be looking out for silent moments throughout the day, every day, and throughout the week, and I hope you do too. And I really think it will help you reconstruct some of those areas you've deconstructed. So if you're at home, if you're out and about, if you're at work, maybe take a minute to pursue some silence. See ya.